Hi there and welcome to Stratool. In this video, I'm going to show you what SEO is, how you can use it for your client to increase their keyword rankings, traffic and inquiries, and also how we deploy SEO services for you, for your client, without having any brand leakage. So the first thing to show you is an example of what SEO is. So if we just go, I'll do an incognito browse search just to be fair. So if we have a look at this search here, we type in one of our clients who's been a long-standing old client of mine, a personal friend of my old branding agency. He's Gold Coast Truck Rentals. Now, when you type in a keyword search term, you see their website in position 1. You also see them in the local maps, and interestingly, the reason why there's only one single result is because this particular guy, that's his exact business name. If you were to type in something more along the lines of Truck Rentals Gold Coast, you would see, Truck Hire Gold Coast probably one, you'd see him with the others there. Okay, so that is influenced by SEO, but that is the local maps listing. And this particular one here is what I'm specifically talking about. So the first thing is that's what SEO is. The step that we take to deploy our solutions, we sell SEO for you or to you for your clients, is we'll come up with a keyword rankings or keyword analysis report that shows a list of keywords we suggest that you should target to increase the traffic for that particular website. So what we do is we look at the website that you've got for your client, we identify which keyword search terms they don't rank well for. We'll be very mindful of the ones that they might. More often than not, they don't actually rank for many keyword phrases. And we make sure that the keywords that we're looking to rank for actually has traffic. Now, a comical example of a phrase that you can rank for pretty easily but has no search terms is this particular phrase here, which I always use just with my old brand name. Just shows you can rank for something, doesn't mean that there's actually search traffic for it. So the first step is that we make sure that we give you a keyword report that has keywords on it that have traffic. Now, once that's approved by the client, the second thing is that we'll produce a report that basically shows you website suggestions that we propose to increase the rankings on the website, and it's usually pretty flat. It's usually a Google Sheet or an Excel document, and what we'll do is we'll break down the specific pages. So we'll typically have something that looks a little bit like this, where I'll just open that up, where we have the keyword, the current position, the URL, what the new URL is if we propose to change it, the title tag, description tag, page tag, and so on. And we base that on the client's website. So we'll look at it and say, okay, this is internal page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that targeted keyword? So we'll put that on-page suggestions, that's what we call it, so website suggestions report together. You send it to the client for approval. It will be all branded from your brand, not ours. And once they've given approval, either you will make the changes or we can make them on your behalf. Then the next step, once that happens, is we'll set up the reporting to report on the keyword rankings. So we do that on a weekly basis, because sometimes it takes a week or two to get the website suggestions report completed. And then on a monthly basis, we do the keyword rankings report as well as a traffic snapshot. So you've always got that regular reporting that goes out to the client. The next step past that is link building. And this is probably the most misunderstood areas for most agencies, because they don't really know how to do what I suppose is called white hat SEO or white hat link building. And an example really of some of those links, right? We're not going to show you every single one of them because there's probably a little bit of IP behind this, but we would basically build a link that points back to your website, and it points back to your website for a specific piece of content. And what happens is Google, and just as an example, Google finds this content. They find the content you're looking to rank for, which in this case is hairdresser tweet heads, although that's not actually linked in this example. It's just linked back to the normal home page. This is actually my wife's salon, so I can kind of do what I want with it. But if you go through, there's a mix there depending on the approach as to what the link actually has in it in terms of content. We will provide that to you as a snapshot because basically link building is really the thing that actually drives rankings. Now, if you think about it, just basically, when you do a Google search, the only way Google's going to find you is if they can find you via a link. There are directories, but it's not like you just drive past a shop in the internet. So the idea is they'll find a link, they'll trawl that link, then go and look at that link, and then what happens is you increase or decrease your rankings because of that fact. So if we have a look at the example that I've got on the page there with my wife's salon, she's already creeping up and she's in position 4, and I've only been doing this for the last few months, and she gets more and more inquiries the further up that she goes. Right, so just to kind of take a few steps back, the first stage is a keyword analysis report. The second stage, once the keywords are approved, is a website suggestions report, which is approved and then the changes are made. We then set up reporting. Once we set up reporting, we start building links. On an ongoing basis, the things that happen are the links, which I just showed you, and blog posts. This is the easiest way where we can improve the rankings, or I guess increase the content on your website. So if we have a look at your website, usually there's a blog, and these are usually created for us, or by us, should I say, usually 2 of them, perhaps 3 on a monthly basis, where we're creating new content. Now, we will look at your website, and if there isn't enough content on the website, we'll probably make a suggestion to make those changes. That'll be part of our on-page suggestions report. But basically that ongoing is the link building that we do on an ongoing basis and creating the blogs. Then in terms of reporting, all hands off, it comes through to you automated, so you can then send it to your client, and on an ongoing basis over the long term, your clients' rankings increase, they get more traffic, and all things created equal, as long as it's a good website, they'll then get more inquiries, and you'll be able to report, or we can report on behalf for the client so they can see that tracking. And that's basically how we do SEO for your client. If you have any questions, you'd like to know more about SEO and how it works, or you're simply just looking forward to going through the process, once you get access to the portal, which you actually need to apply by going partner with us, you'll actually be able to go in and order the actual services automatically. So in the portal, we actually have it right there. You can go in and you can create a new project. And when you create a new project, you get to select the project of choice. So it's either local or national SEO. Put all your details in. That comes through to us. And then we correspond with you. We can call you, but more frequently, it's better to just basically run via comments on the actual task. So we actually have comments that we can talk to you to and fro. And we've just found that that's a very practical application so that we can communicate to you on an ongoing, timely nature. So we have a record of all comments that are done. You can store all those comments, or we store them on your behalf pretty much while ever you have that active project with us. So I hope that's explained everything. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We look forward to servicing you. Have a great day.